Narrator. Hello and a very warm welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. Do you often find yourself wondering where your money goes each month? Do you dream of reaching significant financial milestones like buying a home, funding your education, or retiring comfortably? Well, today we're going to delve into the common and profoundly impactful topic of saving money. In our increasingly complex financial world, the ability to put aside funds consistently is not just a good idea, but a critical skill for building financial security, achieving long-term goals, and gaining peace of mind. Whether it's for unexpected emergencies, a dream vacation, or investing in your future, developing sound saving habits can transform your financial life. Today we'll listen to an insightful and practical conversation between two professionals, Mark and Julia, as they discuss their experiences with saving money and share strategies they've found effective. By listening to their discussion, you'll not only enhance your English comprehension but also gain valuable vocabulary for discussing personal finance and learn practical approaches for taking control of your financial future. And remember to stay with us until the end of their conversation, where we'll have a practice session designed to help you actively engage with the language and concepts they explore. So, take a moment to reflect on your own financial habits, listen attentively, and let's explore the multifaceted world of saving money together. Mark: Hi Julia. It's good to connect with you. I was just reviewing my monthly budget and it got me thinking about how crucial saving money is, but also how challenging it can be. What are some of your initial thoughts or common challenges you've faced with putting money aside? Julia: Hi Mark. It's great to chat with you too. You've hit on a really important point. For me, one of the most persistent challenges has been dealing with impulse buying. I often see something I want, justify it, and then realize later it wasn't a necessary expense. Mark: Absolutely. That feeling of instant gratification can be incredibly powerful and derail your savings goals. I've definitely experienced that. Another challenge I've faced is simply feeling like I'm living paycheck to paycheck, where there's barely enough money left after essential expenses to put into savings. Julia: Yes, the constant juggling act. It requires a lot of discipline to find those extra dollars. Sometimes, we also struggle with unexpected expenses like a car repair or a medical bill, which can quickly wipe out any savings we've accumulated. Mark: Exactly. And sometimes, even if you have good intentions, a lack of financial literacy can make it hard to know how to start saving or where to put your money. What about the why behind saving? Was there a specific moment for you when you realized the profound importance of building up your savings? Julia: Several times. For me, it often became apparent during an unexpected emergency like losing a job or having a sudden major expense. Realizing I didn't have a financial cushion to fall back on was a stark wake-up call. Creates a lot of anxiety. Mark: Definitely. The feeling of financial vulnerability can be quite unsettling. Another challenge I've personally grappled with is setting vague saving goals like, I want to save more, without a specific amount or a timeline, which makes it hard to stay motivated. Julia: I can relate to that. The fuzzy goal syndrome can certainly lead to a lack of progress. So, how have you typically dealt with those initial hurdles when you start trying to save? What basic strategies have you found effective? Mark: For me, it's been crucial to start with creating a budget. This means tracking every dollar that comes in and every dollar that goes out. It's like shining a spotlight on your spending habits. Once I saw where my money was actually going, it was much easier to identify areas to cut back. Julia: That's a great tip. Knowing your numbers is fundamental. I've found that setting specific saving goals is incredibly motivating. For example, I want to save $5,000 for a down payment on a car within 12 months. That gives me a target and a timeline. Mark: That's a thorough approach. I've found that being intentional about defining my goals helps me stay disciplined. And automating my savings has been a game changer. I set up an automatic transfer from my checking account to my savings account every payday. I don't even see the money, so I'm less tempted to spend it. Julia: That's a proactive way to handle it. I found that this out of sight, out of mind approach really works. And it's not just about what you save, but also about cutting unnecessary expenses, isn't it? Like reviewing subscriptions or eating out less. Mark: And what about those discretionary expenses? How do you identify areas to cut back without feeling deprived? Julia, for me it's about making conscious choices. I look at my discretionary spending, things like entertainment, dining out, or new gadgets. I don't eliminate them entirely, but I set limits. For example, instead of eating out 3 times a week, I might do it once and cook at home more often. Every small saving adds up. Mark, those are excellent strategies. I've also found that the envelope system can be very useful for controlling spending in specific categories, especially for variable expenses like groceries or entertainment. You allocate cash to envelopes, and once it's gone, it's gone. Julia, absolutely. It provides a clear visual limit. What about finding cheaper alternatives? How do you practice that in your daily life? Mark, I try to be mindful of finding cost-effective alternatives wherever possible. For instance, instead of buying coffee every day, I make it at home. Or opting for public transport instead of ride-sharing. It's about being creative and resourceful. Julia, definitely. Those small, consistent choices make a big difference over time. And what about overcoming obstacles and staying consistent? It's easy to start saving but harder to maintain the habit. Mark, for dealing with unexpected costs, I make sure I have an emergency fund that's separate from my other savings goals. That way, if a car repair comes up, it doesn't derail my long-term plans. It's about building resilience into your financial plan. Julia, those are excellent strategies. I've also found that actively avoiding debt, especially high-interest consumer debt, is crucial. If you're paying a lot in interest, it's very hard to save money. So paying off credit card balances is a high priority. Mark, that's a great point. Debt can be a huge drain on your finances. What about resisting peer pressure or consumerism? Feels like we're constantly bombarded with reasons to spend. Julia, that's a tough one. It involves having a strong sense of your own financial values. I try to remind myself of my long-term goals and prioritize those over keeping up with trends or friends' spending habits. It's about self-discipline and delayed gratification. Mark, that's a healthy approach. What about regularly reviewing and adjusting your budget or savings plan? How often do you do that? Julia, I try to do a quick review monthly and a more thorough one quarterly. Life circumstances change. Income might increase or new expenses might arise. So your budget needs to be a living document that adapts. It's not a one-and-done thing. Mark, that's a great point. It's an ongoing process of learning and refinement. What about the long-term benefits of consistent saving? What impact has it had on your life? Julia, oh, the impact has been profound. First, peace of mind. Knowing you have a safety net reduces so much stress. Then it's about financial freedom. Having choices and opportunities you wouldn't otherwise have, whether it's changing careers, traveling, or investing. Gives you control. Mark, absolutely. It shifts your mindset from scarcity to possibility. And it's not just about money. It's about setting yourself up for future opportunities and achieving bigger life goals. Julia, so, it seems like saving money is multifaceted, involving everything from detailed tracking and strategic cutting to disciplined automation and resilient adaptation. Mark, exactly. And the way we master these habits can significantly impact our financial security, our stress levels, and our overall quality of life. Developing discipline, foresight, and a consistent mindset are key. Julia, I agree. And learning from each month's experience and adapting your strategies over time is also important. What works in one period might not work in another, especially as your financial situation evolves. Mark, that's a great point. It's an ongoing process of learning and refinement. Julia, well, Mark, this has been a really insightful conversation. It's good to know that many of these aspects are universal and that there are strategies we can use to improve our saving habits. Mark, absolutely, Julia. Sharing these experiences can be really helpful. It reminds us that saving money, while challenging, is a powerful tool for building a secure and prosperous future. And it's a skill that can be developed and refined with consistent practice and the right approach. Narrator. That was a truly insightful and relatable conversation between Mark and Julia, exploring the diverse and often complex landscape of saving money. They shared practical strategies for overcoming impulse buying, creating budgets, automating savings, cutting unnecessary expenses, and building an emergency fund. They also highlighted the profound long-term benefits of financial peace of mind and freedom. Now, let's move on to our practice session to help you actively engage with the language and concepts they explored. Practice section. Part 1. Vocabulary of saving money. Let's review some key vocabulary and phrases related to saving money that Mark and Julia used. Saving money. The act of putting aside funds for future use rather than spending them. Think about, why is saving money important for your future? Or financial milestones, significant achievements or events in one's financial life, e.g., buying a house, retirement. What are some financial milestones you hope to achieve? Peace of mind, a state of tranquility, freedom from worry. How can having savings contribute to peace of mind? Impulse buying, the unplanned decision to buy a product or service. How do you resist the urge for impulse buying? Instant gratification, the desire to experience pleasure or fulfillment without delay or deferment. Why is instant gratification a challenge for saving money? Derail savings goals to cause something to go off course or prevent its progress. How can unexpected expenses derail your savings goals? Living paycheck to paycheck, spending all of one's income on expenses, leaving no money for savings or emergencies. What are the challenges of living paycheck to paycheck? Juggling act, trying to manage several things at the same time, often with difficulty. Why is finding extra money to save often described as a juggling act? Unexpected expenses, costs that arise suddenly and were not planned for. What are some common unexpected expenses? Wipe out savings to completely use up or deplete savings. How can a major emergency wipe out your savings? Financial literacy, the ability to understand and effectively use various financial skills, including personal financial management, budgeting, and investing. Why is financial literacy important for saving money? Financial cushion, a sum of money kept in reserve for unexpected needs or emergencies. Why is a financial cushion essential? A stark wake-up call, a sudden and unpleasant realization of a problem. When might an event serve as a stark wake-up call for your financial habits? Fuzzy goal syndrome, setting goals that are unclear or imprecise. How does fuzzy goal syndrome hinder progress in saving? Creating a budget, a plan for managing your income and expenses over a certain period. What are the steps involved in creating a budget? Shining a spotlight on spending habits, bringing attention or clarity to something. How does budgeting shine a spotlight on your spending habits? Is setting specific saving goals, defining exact amounts and timelines for your savings objectives. Why is setting specific saving goals motivating? Or automating savings, setting up automatic transfers of money from one account to another, e.g., checking to savings. How does automating savings make it easier to save consistently? Out of sight, out of mind. A phrase meaning that if something is not seen, it will not be thought about. How does the out of sight, out of mind principle apply to automated savings? Cutting unnecessary expenses, reducing spending on non-essential items or services. What are some examples of cutting unnecessary expenses? Discretionary spending. Money spent on non-essential items or services after essential expenses are covered. What is the difference between essential and discretionary spending? Envelope system, a budgeting method where cash for specific spending categories is placed into labeled envelopes. How does the envelope system help control variable spending? Cost-effective alternatives, cheaper or more efficient options. How can you find cost-effective alternatives in your daily life? Emergency fund, a personal bank account that holds money put aside for use in an emergency. Why is an emergency fund separate from other savings goals? Building resilience into your financial plan, creating the ability to recover quickly from financial difficulties. How does an emergency fund help in building resilience? Avoiding debt, making efforts to not incur financial obligations, especially high-interest ones. Why is avoiding debt crucial for building savings? A high-interest consumer debt, money owed for personal consumption, typically with high interest rates, e.g., credit card debt. Oh, why is high-interest consumer debt particularly damaging to savings efforts? Peer pressure/consumerism. Influence from one social group to conform/the preoccupation with acquiring consumer goods. Oh, how can peer pressure or consumerism affect your saving habits? Delayed gratification. Resisting the temptation for an immediate reward in favor of a later, greater reward. Oh, how does delayed gratification relate to saving money? A living document. A document that is continually edited and updated. Oh, why should a budget be considered a living document? Profound impact. A very great effect or influence. Oh, what kind of profound impact can consistent saving have? Financial freedom. The state of having enough money to live the life you desire without having to work. Oh, what does financial freedom mean to you? Scarcity versus possibility. Mindset focusing on limitations versus focusing on opportunities. Oh, how can saving money shift your mindset from scarcity to possibility? Consistent mindset. A way of thinking that is steady and unwavering. Oh, why is a consistent mindset key to successful saving? Prosperous future. A future characterized by financial success and well-being. Oh, how does saving money contribute to a prosperous future? Part 2. Reflecting on your money-saving habits. Think about your own experiences with saving money, past or present. Answer the following questions. What is the main reason you currently save money or would like to save money? What is your biggest personal challenge when it comes to consistently saving? E.g., unexpected expenses, impulse buys, low income. Do you currently have a budget? So how detailed is it? If not, what prevents you from creating one? Have you ever had an emergency fund? How did it help, or why didn't you have one when you needed it? What is one expense you could realistically cut back on or eliminate to save more? How do you feel about discussing money and saving with friends or family? Looking back, what is one major lesson you've learned about personal finance or saving? What is one new strategy or approach to saving money that you would like to try after this discussion? What advice would you give to someone who feels overwhelmed by the idea of starting to save? Part 3. Practicing phrases for discussing saving money. Imagine you are talking to a friend or colleague in English about your efforts to save money. Practice using the following phrases in your conversation. I'm really trying to get better at saving money. My main goal right now is to build an emergency fund. I've started by creating a budget to track my expenses. My biggest challenge is avoiding impulse buys. I'm trying to cut back on unnecessary expenses like e.g. daily coffee. I've set up automated transfers to my savings account. Do you have any tips for staying disciplined with your budget? It's hard to say no to certain spending, but I know it's for my future. I'm hoping to achieve some financial peace of mind. Practice incorporating these phrases naturally into your explanation of the situation and your feelings about it. Part 4. Role-playing a scenario about budgeting challenges. Imagine you and a friend or colleague are discussing ways to optimize a personal budget. One of you is struggling with a particular spending category, e.g., dining out, entertainment, and needs advice. Take turns suggesting practical solutions and discussing their pros and cons. Use phrases like, I'm finding it really tough to stick to my budget for dining out. What if you tried the envelope system for that category to set a hard limit? Another option could be to explore more cost-effective alternatives, like cooking at home more often. I think the benefit of that would be that it gives you a clear visual boundary. However, a potential drawback might be that I don't always carry cash. Have you considered setting a challenge for yourself, like only dining out once a week for a month? That's an interesting idea. How would that work in practice with social plans? I'm not sure if completely eliminating that expense is feasible for me. It's a big part of my social life. Perhaps we could explore some free or low-cost entertainment options instead? What do you think the next step should be for you to get a handle on this spending? Practice this dialogue, focusing on collaborative problem-solving and respectful communication. Narrator. The ability to effectively save money is not an innate talent, but a skill that can be meticulously developed and continuously refined. As Mark and Julia so thoughtfully illustrated, From understanding our spending habits and creating clear budgets to automating contributions and building resilience against unexpected costs, every strategy contributes to a stronger financial foundation. By embracing consistency, practicing discipline, and prioritizing our long-term financial well-being, we can transform our relationship with money and unlock a future filled with greater security and opportunity. Thank you for joining the English Learning Podcast today. We hope this episode has provided you with valuable language and practical insights for mastering the art of saving money. We'll be back soon with more engaging conversations to support your English learning journey. Until then, remember that every small saving today is an investment in a brighter tomorrow.